Hello there, you guys. This is going to be your, excuse me, your daily guidance reading for Tuesday, February the 6th, 2018. So let's go ahead and tune into the energies. Okay. Let's see. What are the energies around Spirit surrounding Tuesday? This card is sneaking out. The Ten of Cups. I'm going to put it back. The overall energy, Divine Spirit. What is the overall energy? Okay. Page of Swords wanted to come out. Isn't he cute? He's cute. Little purple hair. Okay. And what is the option of school for February 6th, 2018? Doesn't really come out. Okay. 3 more cards, Divine Spirit. 3 more cards. Okay. 3 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Oh my goodness. The Moon. And 1 more. High Priestess. Okay, so we have a lot of intuitive or communicative cards, especially with the 2 moon cards here, because the High Priestess is, I would say she's a moon goddess energy or Cancer energy. The moon, even though it is Cancer's ruling planet, the moon does represent Pisces. So you have water here, and then you have these 3 swords energy, which is air. Bottom card is the Emperor. Okay. Page of Swords being the overall energy. Definitely about communication. 3 of Swords and 7 of Swords. You have the troublesome cards. I wouldn't call them negative cards out of the deck, but the swords at least, yeah, to some extent. Right now, I feel like the obstacle is these negative thoughts, or it could be hurts, triggers, some perceptions or thoughts of loss. I heard the word confusion. So it could very well be that you feel like you don't have enough information, or could also be that you perceive, maybe you perceive that people are coming at you a certain way. Maybe you feel like you're being tricked or deceived, or perhaps you feel like your messages are not being received in the right way. You feel like maybe there's a miscommunication. There's a lots of triggering emotionally, but more so mentally with the 3 of Swords. This is the mind. So it could very well be with it, if it's not about some sort of thoughts of loss or perception of loss. It could be a fear of loss. It could be, I'm hearing all kinds of words, turmoil. You have all these clouds around it. So just getting a lot of confusion, misinterpreting things that people are saying to you, possibly, just not understanding. Because I would say that the Page of Swords is like a student, that's learning or trying to study, someone's words, trying to study, something that's written, some sort of letter possibly. You're trying to make sense of this message. For some of you, it's a text message and you don't really understand what's being conveyed. It doesn't have to be negative, so to speak. It could just be you're confused. You're not really sure with who, the person on the other end, what they're trying to say. They might have said something and you took it the wrong way, or you're perceiving things just opposite of what was communicated. But in this case, I feel like the obstacle with this is you might be taking it to the heart, or, you're focusing on something that you've lost or perceived loss, or just some sort of pain here. And then with the Seven of Swords as your suggested approach, I feel like you do need to keep your mouth closed to some extent. It sounds messed up the way I said it. Just keep your information close by, or think before you speak. Because the Page of Swords, he has a tendency to just lash out at people, especially when he feels tested or angry, or he thinks he knows something. You know, sometimes the Page of Swords can come across as a know-it-all, because it's like, I have the information. My daughter's an Aquarius, so this is definitely her. Like, they think they know everything sometimes, or they just kind of come at you the wrong way. It could also be Gemini. I have Gemini in Mercury, so sometimes I can come across as like a know-it-all sometimes, or like I'm trying to tell somebody off. So if you're coming from a place of confusion and you feel kind of triggered by something that was said, or you don't know if the person meant well or if they meant harm, but you're like taking it the wrong way somehow, or taking some sort of information the wrong way, or you have some sort of information, or you think you do, Spirit's telling you to kind of hold back on it because you don't have all of the information, or you're not seeing everything as it is clearly. So it's kind of like the Seven of Swords, approach it in a way where you're not giving up all your swords. You're only giving some of it, because you might have to protect your information, you know, or you might have to make sure that everything is what it is. The clouds have to clear, you know, out of the sky in order to see things more clearly. So I feel like this is some information that needs to pass through first, or you need to register it just to make sure it is what it is. With the Moon card as your focus, Divine Spirit's telling you to focus on your emotions. I feel focus on what's happening subconsciously, because I feel like you're afraid that you've been deceived or something. You might want to point the finger or the blame at someone, or some, you know, about something or people, or just start lashing out emotionally. You could be very imbalanced mentally and emotionally. But I'm just getting that Spirit's telling you that you need to temper your emotions a bit, or go within and really feel into this, because it's like your first thought sometimes is not always the right one. Your first reaction may not always be just. So it's kind of just calm down a bit. I'm getting just relax with this information, or whatever it is that you're thinking or think to be so, make sure that it is so before you say anything or before you act from that space, because this Page of Swords is like he's about to throw his fist, you know, he looks mad. So just kind of go in emotionally and see what's up, you know, because there is hurt here, you know, there is hurt. It almost looks to be the same person. If it wasn't for his bowl haircut, it would look to be the same person. It's male or female, but they look the same. So it could be something between family, for sure. It could be something between two close relatives, a mother and child, a mother and son, or whatever. There's some sort of relation to each other. Or it could simply be that it could symbolize your masculine, feminine energies within yourself are imbalanced, or the more logical aspect of you is imbalanced, or the emotional aspect of you is imbalanced. But either way it goes, tune into what you feel deep down inside, you know, because I feel like subconsciously you're lashing out. It's something else. It could be something else that this is pertaining to. It's not really the people, or it's not really what was said. It's something that is triggering within you, or there's something else going on inside of you that you're not really paying attention to. Then you have the High Priestess as your conclusion. So she's studying some information. You have something within you. And again, it could be just keeping your wisdom or knowledge hidden. Maybe not everything needs to be said right now. This could be something between co-parenting for some of you, because you have the Emperor at the bottom, and I kind of get that. This could be some sort of frustration with parenting, or frustration with a family member or father figure or a boss or something. Someone an authority figure or something. You're conflicted by them or with them. So you have the High Priestess. So it's going in with your information. These are both intuitive cards, the Moon and the High Priestess. So I would say Emotionally, let your emotion be the compass to what it is, to what's the truth. You know, don't lean upon totally what was said or what you're thinking or your first reaction, because it might not be the right one. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. Alright, so moving on to the heart energy. Okay. Alright. Divine Spirit asks for highest guidance, highest truth, and highest clarity in the matters of the heart for love, relationships, partnerships, anything in the matters of the heart for February the 6th, 2018. Divine Spirit, Tuesday, February 6th, 2018. What is the energy surrounding matters of the heart and relationships and love and partnerships, friendships, all connections, Divine Spirit? What is the energy surrounding them? Three of Swords again, but it's sadness and isolation in this deck. Yeah, so there's something that someone close to you or something in the matters of the heart that has triggered you mentally, emotionally. You know, and you're not totally clear, Five of Swords, what that is. You know, why you're feeling what you feel, you know. I feel like the more you tap into, why you're tapping into why you feel what you feel, or why you're triggered, or why you are thinking in this lower level energy, or being negative in some way towards yourself, or beating yourself up, or thinking about a situation from a place of loss, or you're just kind of butthurt by something. Why? Or what is it that's bothering you, or why do you feel... It's almost like, because you got the Three of Swords again, but it's in a different deck, and this was your obstacle in the other energy. So you got the Three of Reach Out, which is the Three of Pentacles. So this energy could definitely be that you feel people are not being supportive of you, or you feel maybe people are taking advantage of you, or you feel as though everybody's just here to criticize you rather than the supportive energy. And maybe you don't see that people mean well. Again, it's like we can sometimes misinterpret some things that people are saying, you know. It could come across as someone is being mean or harsh, or, you know, just saying something. It depends on where we're coming from within ourselves as well, if we take the message a certain way. You know, sometimes it's all about miscommunication, especially with text messages. And I feel like that could be some of it, that it could have been a written or text, you know, typed out message that you received, and you might have taken it the wrong way. So maybe you're seeing it as someone lashing out at you, or maybe you feel like people are coming at you, or you just feel a lack of support, which is your struggle. You know, and this could be with family and friends. With the Three of Pentacles, I would say it could be even coworkers or people you work with. Okay, so with the Six of Swords, this healing begins in your suggested approach. So I kind of feel like you know that you need to go deeper with this. You need to get more information first before you jump the gun, or before you take something to heart, or before you draw conclusions about a situation. You do need to go further in order to gain more clarity. In this case, it's healing begins, so it's something emotionally that you need to pay attention to. Again, I feel it's the same message, that what are you really feeling, or what is really bothering you? Because I feel like it's not really what's on the surface that's bothering you, or whatever the situation is on the surface. It's more so something else maybe triggering you or bothering you. Like this brings up something else that's bothering you. Like it's not what you think it is. It's something else. You know, something emotionally that you're dealing with, or something in the matters of the heart that has nothing to do with the situation at hand, that you need to focus on, or you need to pay attention to how you feel, you know, to get better clarity. you're focused with the base chakra. So again, I feel like focusing on grounding yourself, you know, kind of making sure your feet is on the ground. You're not all up in the clouds. You're not overly emotional. It's like you have to stay firm. You have to stay grounded, you know. Make sure that you're coming from a place of, you know, balance rather than imbalance. So you have Love Abounds, which is the Ace of Cups energy, as your overall or conclusive energy. So I feel like this is being receptive to love, or being receptive to, I feel like, just, you know, constructive criticism. Excuse me, I don't know why I heard that, but being open to that, or that you are open-hearted to the fact that maybe people are actually there to help you and support you. You know, that they're not here to hurt you. Or you're healing, you're opening up to a situation emotionally. You're getting down to the root of it. And it could be some releasing involved with it. But it's definitely clearer insight once you go towards the heart more rather than the mind, or, you know, focusing on that so much it can cause you to be confused, because it's like you're shutting down and you're not paying attention to your heart. So this could be a heart chakra energy as well, you know. The Five of Cups, or change your focus, is at the bottom of the deck. So it could definitely be that this is something that helps you break free out of some sort of sadness that you were in, you know. And I feel like, you know, this is clarity of the mind, or this could be intuitive. This could be the crown chakra that is a thing that liberates you from feeling this way, or feeling the, you know, disappointed or embarrassed or confused. Whatever those energies are, it's going to shift, I feel. If you take on the healing and be open and receptive and go within your heart, maybe you have to cry. Maybe you have to, you know, release something emotionally in order to see clearly. Okay, so I'm going to do a pick a card reading again with the Romance Angels. So if you have a question or anything in the matters of the heart. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to ask Divine Spirit to tune into the energy of any question or anything that we have on our minds and on our hearts that we would like the answer to, or just advice for, or anything in the matters of the heart that Spirit wants to relate to us. Any guidance, advice, answer to a question, whatever is of importance. And if you're drawn to more than one number, that's fine. So 1, 2, or 3. If you're drawn to all numbers, whatever the case may be, meditate on your situation and ask the Divine Spirit reaches out to those that Spirit's meant to reach out to. Yeah, so, oh, by the way, if you guys would like a personal reading, or if you guys want something quick, a quick reading, or you have a 1-question reading, or would like 1 question answered, or maybe multiple questions quickly, you guys can reach me on my Instantgo app. I give it 24 hours at the most to get back to you on Instantgo. It's the quickest way to receive a message from me outside of my personal readings. If you guys would like to go on my website, I have various types of different websites, readings on my website if you guys are interested in a full, in-depth personal reading, okay? Also, you guys can check me out on social media if you guys want to follow me. Everything is in the description box below. Just be sure to read everything carefully and thoroughly before purchasing a reading with me. If you guys are having issues with my website, with purchasing a reading on the cart, just let me know via email, because it's off and on issue. It's been happening for a couple of months, so just let me know. Alright, card 3, or 3 cards. I'm going to give you guys a moment to meditate on the card that you feel most drawn to, or cards you feel most drawn to. Okay. Alright. So, those of you who've chosen card 1, you have wedding. This situation involves a marriage. Bottom card is release your ex. Okay. So, I feel like if you guys are asking about will you ever get married, or will you ever find the partner of your dreams, your life partner, or, why isn't my marriage working, or why isn't my partnership coming together with so-and-so, or whatever the case may be. There could be something involving a marriage. Maybe it's a third-party situation. Maybe you have to let go of your ex in order for your partnership to thrive, or maybe you haven't fully released and let go of your ex or healed whatever needs to be healed in order to welcome in someone into your life, to get married. Maybe you have blockages in relations to marriage. This could go back as far as, family, your mother and dad, your mother and father, just generational, patterns that maybe you need to break when it comes to marriage. Or maybe this is, something else, but it could be, there's a need to clear energy in order for this connection to stand, or some sort of just needing to let go of detachment to this situation, because it could be like it's energy of ownership or control or manipulation. If you are married or you're not married, it's kind of like you need to reevaluate what marriage means to you, or what this connection, if it's a specific one, means to you, or simply, you got to release some baggage or some stuff in order for this connection to stand, or for this commitment to be here. Or someone else, maybe someone has not let go of their ex, therefore you guys need to be sure if you're ready to walk down the aisle, or you really need to be clear what's going on in your marriage, because there may be something, here that's going on with that, in relations to the past or an ex. So card 2 says unrequited love. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, with soulmate at the bottom. So I kind of feel like with this, there is a soulmate connection involved, or there's a soul connection, and it's like it's a hit or miss type of thing. So it could be unrequited involved, or unrequited love involved, where someone's more interested than the other, but there is a connection that stands. The thing about soul connections is they don't always have to be romantic, so there may be some sort of soul tie or connection that you both share, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be reciprocated romantically. It could also be for some of you that you're attracted, but you're not totally feeling this person, or you don't fully understand the connection. See, there might be a block with it, like maybe you're not completely open to the situation, but I feel like this person is a part of your soul group or soul tribe, or there is a soul connection with this person in some way. I feel like that's up for you to just, get more information on. But I feel, though, with this is there's some sort of block with this connection, or maybe it's like this, what's the word? It's like this star-crossed lovers thing, like it just never works out. Like you'll cross paths and it'll be a hit or miss. Like you guys will vibe really well, and the next minute it's like you guys just separate, or you guys, it's just, this energy where it could be love, but it's not this intense love where you can't live without each other. It's like a calming or, peaceful connection. We see each other, we go on about our ways. That's the type of vibe I get with this. As far as card 3, your card is new love. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings with passion. So you guys might, need to keep a lookout, because you guys might have somebody that's coming in the future. I feel like you have someone that's coming in the near future that is definitely going to spark a lot, or is going to be a lot of sparks between you and another person, or a new person that comes in for sure. Or this could definitely be a heads up that your partnership, your existing partnership, there will be some sort of passion and spark that comes in, this newness, this new energy that comes in. But I feel like for a majority of you, it is you meeting someone that, sparks, that brings the sparks into the connection, or into your life, rather. This person is going to be very dynamic, or bring out the passionate side within you, or brings out all those butterflies and those intense feelings. I feel like this is a heads up of that. So whether this be a lifelong partnership or a seasonal relationship, I feel like it's just meant to be embraced openly, to enjoy, regardless of the time frame on it, regardless of what it becomes or doesn't become. just to be receptive to it and enjoy the fact that someone's interested in you and you're interested in them. You know, the sparks are flying, and enjoy yourself and have a good time. You know, that's the vibe I'm getting. So that is the reading for today, you guys. I hope this reading resonates with you, for whoever it's meant to resonate with. Much love to you. Thank you for watching. Peace.